Now, this old stuff is kind of it's a woven fabric that's soaked in some asphalt stuff. So you don't want to use your mom's or your grandma's sewing scissors that's been passed down from generation to generation. How's it going? Today we're going to be putting on some cowl lacing. So cowl lacing is the stuff that goes in between the hood and the cowl so that you don't have metal to metal contact when you close the hood. So this particular truck has a split hood, hinges in the middle and folds up, and these actually hold the hood panels out of the way so that you can work on the engine. So I bought this cowl lacing in a bulk roll off of eBay. Anyways, so you just go on there, search like vintage cowl lacing. Comes in, you know, kind of that shape, so it holds your hood up on each side, and then you have kind of room for a screw head in between. We'll just take this lacing, and we know, so painted the engine bay on this side, and this is going to stay the same, so I'm going to use this cowl lacing to hide that paint line also. So you can see right here I taped right along these old screw holes. So that's right where the center of this rib needs to be. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hold this on there and just kind of mold it around there so that I know my length, and then I'll cut it off, and we'll come through with the drill and some screws and put the screws back in, and we'll just hold that on there, find a screw hole, poke a hole through it with the pick or something so that you can locate your hole, and then insert your screw. You want to pull it tight so that you don't have, you know, any loose wrinkles or anything, but you don't want it too tight that you're gonna be stretching it. And you just kind of hold it, follow those screw holes around. Lay it across there. And then this hood also has this for the hinge rod to go in between. So we'll just come up to that and just hold our thumb there, and that's where we know we're going to cut it. Alright, so we know that we need to cut it right here where I have my thumb. Now, this old stuff is kind of it's a woven fabric that's soaked in some asphalt stuff. So you don't want to use your mom's or your grandma's sewing scissors that's been passed down from generation to generation. Just get you some good scissors, some sharp scissors that if they get dirty you can clean them up. We're just going to cut that off. Boom, right there. That's the length that we need. So I'm going to save this piece for the radiator shell. It's the same thing around the top of that. If we don't have enough in this little piece, I did order 2 rolls. You're going to have to kind of pre-measure your lengths and order your stuff accordingly. So anyways, if we can use this, we will. If not, we'll just put it in the cabinet and save it for another project. So you can always come up with something to use it for. Alright, so I've got my screws. I was able to get most of the old screws out, and they're reusable. So I'm going to reuse those as much as we can. I've got a little pick that I'm going to use to kind of fish for these holes and find them and just get a hole started through this fabric. And then I've got my screw gun. So we'll get started. I've got my end of lacing here, and I'm just gonna get this first hole lined up. I'm gonna put it there, kind of eyeball. It's got to be right in there somewhere. Force the pick through, I'm in the hole there. So I'm just gonna kind of run this through and open that hole just a little bit, just so that I can get that screw started into there. Now I'm gonna take a screw and get it started. At least just get it to where the loom will hold the screw for me. Sometimes you gotta use power. And these are tricky because it's just a flat bladed screw head on there. Maybe we'll have to open the hole a little bit more. Okay, so we got the screw started through there. Now we can drop that onto this screw hole. Oh, be careful not to scratch anything. Tighten it down just like that. Now we'll move to the next one. Just kind of pull this tight. Use our pick and your straightest eye you got to kind of just pull that snug. Make sure you're getting the hole. Open it up. Might find you might need to use something else to get you a little bit bigger hole than that. Try not to gouge your finger with the pick. I'm not responsible if you guys get hurt doing this. I'm just showing you how to get hurt doing it. So you can bleed, it's easy to do, but it's a long ways from the heart. Get that one started. Maybe I might need to get a little bit bigger pick or something. I think we got her. Pull it snug. There you go. And just rinse and repeat. Keep at her. Alright, so going around these corners, you just kind of gotta pull and tug and push and make it look the best you can. This stuff, you kind of can mold it, and once it stays in its spot for a while, it'll kind of stick a little bit. But I did end up getting this other little screwdriver to open up the screw holes just a little bit more, and that's made it quite a bit easier. So you just kind of work around these holes. They put it in back in the day, so you should be able to too. They did it without power tools, so I guess if you're cool, you can use a regular old man-powered screwdriver. Just like that. So we got this installed. I leave a little tail hanging out here. There's not a hole down here, but my fender's gonna come and drop right down here. You can see where that paint line is. That's where the fender goes. So the inner fender will hold that there, and I'm hoping that that'll just keep it from rattling and kind of make it to where I don't have a loose end here that's gonna fray and be visible. So I just leave that tail on there. Really don't cost you anything extra, and I think it makes it have a little bit better look to it when you're done, so you don't got to worry about loose ends and stuff sticking out and getting in your way. But what it looks like all put on compared to what it looks like without it on, and it makes a big difference. Go ahead and order yourself some. It's easy to do. Some manufacturers do it different. I know the Fords kind of have a little wire that goes through it and it has some clips that hold it on, but it's not a big deal. So go ahead and get it put on and finish your ride off and make it look right. As always, hope you guys enjoy the video and find it helpful, and get out in the shop and do something. Quit sitting on the couch and watching me, and get out there and turn some wrenches. Have a good one.